Once upon a time, one day, while I was on the internet, I decided to try to get uncensored. So I started writing comments, and one of those comments didn't get censored. 2 days ago I wrote, "Honestly, all social media is actually killing independent arts. Artists cannot work. When algorithms shadow ban our content, I am sick of investors and programmers who never made it through design or graphics course deciding who gets to run a business or work as an arts professional." And surprisingly, unbeknownst to myself, this comment was not censored. In fact, there's been an interaction, and it was seen 115 times. I guess YouTube has to cover their big fat ass someday. But, they always gotta have those people they pay to troll you. Or maybe it's just that stupidity is so cool that it's fun to do for free. So, surprisingly, after about 2 days, an interesting fellow named Redacted decided to write back to me and say, "This is not accurate. The algorithm for creators and artists is dependent on whether you can get people to consume your content. You're not shadow banned. You just aren't good enough." Well, that was just jolly for me, but I was really confused as to what work he had seen. So I decided to write back, "Love your rhetorical argument. So much ethos. Tell me, could you expound on your criticisms of my work? Would you take a Renaissance stance on my content, such as Vasari's 14th century criticism of Da Vinci's work? Is it too debased and lacking in natural grace or balance? Or would you be taking a fin de siecle stance, focusing solely on my techniques? Could you tell me what wasn't good enough? Did the balance of my composition throw you off? Was it my inability to contrast my tertiary color with the negative space in the composition? Could you give me some tips on how to juxtapose the tenets of post-war Dada with the ideals of modern typography to employ the best visual presence of the brand? I'm sure that's what's stopping me and many other artists too foolish to request your assistance." Well, I don't know about him, and if I'll ever get to be able to speak to such an art genius, but I really hope he reads my comment. But I did decide to make some more bad art at it. Maybe he'll like this one better. So, here's to you, Redacted. Because without people like you, we don't know what we would do to be better art people on the big media box if we didn't have trolls who had nothing else better to do than write epic rhetorical arguments in one word. We'd be doomed.